What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. If you guys do not know, on this channel I primarily do NBA 2K and even some Madden content, and even though this video is a little bit different from what I normally do, I still wanted to actually talk about it. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the problems with sports video games in primarily 2K, and a little bit of Madden will be discussed in this video. So if you guys enjoy it, make sure you go ahead and drop a like on it and go ahead and subscribe. A lot more content coming for the next gen, a lot more stuff to be excited about. So first off, I do want to talk about 2K and I do want to talk about Madden. So I'm going to be putting in timestamps where I start talking about both of those games individually. But first off, let's talk about sports games and just my background in general. As you guys know, I've been doing YouTube for a while, since I was like 12 years old, and right now I just graduated college with a degree in business, and currently I'm getting my master's. I've also had a lot of cool internships working within sports with various teams, college and professional as well. So I think that I can talk about this subject in general, because if we're being honest, most sports games, I really think that they should be released like maybe 1, 2 to maybe 3 times per generation, because for me, there's just not that many changes that really justifies it being released yearly. And I feel like over the past few years, sports games have just been egregious with microtransactions. And I mean, I get it. The primary goal is to make money in any business. And why not do it? If you guys, the consumer, you guys don't even realize how much power you guys actually have. If you guys are willing to buy something, I'm gonna charge you for it. However, the biggest thing that I've learned throughout school and life is that relationships matter the most. If you can build up a loyal fan base, a mutually beneficial relationship, we will be way better off than me just trying to rob you and stick you up every single year the way that these sports games do. And that's why I feel like if there are alternatives to any of these games, most consumers will take it. At this point, I don't think that any consumer is loyal to 2K or EA Sports, because both of them have pretty much put a up to us and robbed us every single year. And trust me, I understand it. And the worst part about all of this stuff is that every year they promise. This year, EA Sports got the lowest rating ever for any game, and what did they say? Oh guys, we're gonna fix it by November, which they still haven't done. These guys added Giannis, a basketball player, to their game before they fixed franchise, which only shows you that they do not really care what you guys are talking about. And it's kind of sad, because franchise is their biggest mode. It's what most of Madden players play, because it's pretty much their like career mode, and they do not care to fix it. And the same thing with 2K. 2K's whole thing is current gen really ain't shit. Hold up and wait for us on next gen, which to me is horrible business practices, because 2K and Madden are trying to convince players and customers that somehow on next gen they're gonna start trying. Newsflash, they're really not going to. Maybe on this first game it gets better, but after this first game, trust me, they will be back on their bull almost immediately. And just thinking about it, it's really wrong, because you guys are saying next gen is what you guys need to be looking forward to, and it's pretty tone deaf because we are currently in a pandemic. Not to mention, these consoles are expensive as hell and they're limited. Luckily, I've been able to actually pre-order one, but majority of your consumers aren't going to be able to. So you guys telling them that they got to shell out $60 and then do it again for like next gen along with a $500 plus price tag is kind of fucked up. Like, let's just say it how it actually is. Let's talk about NBA 2K in general, because I've been playing 2K since I was like a child, man. And it's still funny how like 2K and Madden, the most fun that I had on it was in middle school. Legitimately in middle school, in elementary school, in the 6th grade, in the 5th grade. Like, that was my funnest time playing these games, and these were before microtransactions. 2K10 gave us my career mode, which was the first time in a basketball game where like you really had a career. You had 2K Insider. You started out randomly playing in the summer league, but little old 12-year-old me found that insane. Like, oh my gosh, I can finally make this happen. And it was the coolest thing ever. And then next year was 2K11, which just built upon that. And to me, 2K11 is the best basketball game of all time because it was so innovative. They had this mode called My Crew mode where you could pull up with your My Player online with all of the homies, play against competition. Eventually, this mode would get scrapped literally the next year for like 7 years and brought back later on, rebranded as My Park and Pro AM. And let me tell you, if you were around for the OG version, you would know that that was way much more of a vibe. That was a game that you could chill on and not constantly stress on. Like, it was very, very chill. And now I get why they brought it back, but taking it out in the first place makes no sense. And you guys are gonna notice how 2K and Madden, they love to take things away and then bring it back 7 to 8 years later on, and they want you guys to gas them up for just doing that shit. It's kind of crazy. They also had this other mode allowing you to play some of Michael Jordan's greatest challenges because he was the cover athlete. They let you play the flu game, the 60-point game in the Garden, and all of the biggest moments of Michael Jordan's career, something that I think would be really, really cool in this day and age. Imagine if Kobe Bryant, his 80-point game, his last game with 60 points, and let's say that you get VC for like playing those modes. They probably will bring it back and try to get us hyped for it, which is kind of bullshit, but just expect that to actually happen. And lastly, they had this mode called Create a Legend, which would allow you to play as any of your current day players in the NBA, a mode that I think that even Madden has some kind of variation of this mode, but 2K doesn't. And the thing is, you can't tell me that like no one wants to see this because some of the biggest 2K players on this entire platform do the same thing. Click Productions' entire channel is based on career sims with current and historic players as well, and the same thing with King of the Fourth Quarter and so many other users. Over the past years, 2K's emphasis on microtransactions is one of the biggest reasons why they will more than likely fall off. The focus on My Team, which to me is a complete scam, and I keep on saying this. I get that your favorite YouTuber is showing you guys $10,000 pack or spending 100K VC, but those guys, that is their business. That's what makes them money. That is a investment, and that is a write-off. They aren't really losing money doing those challenges. As a matter of fact, they're gaining money because you guys watch the videos. Most times, I wouldn't be shocked if those packs are boosted because if they can give somebody a logo, I'm pretty sure that they can give somebody higher odds of getting Diamond Hakeem or something. Like, that is not out of the realm of possibilities. They really only pay attention to Park and My Team. And once again, I understand why it makes some money, but you're doing a shitty job retaining the current relationship of everyone who actually plays the actual game. You guys have neglected online stuff like Play Now and regular Play Now as well. You've also forgotten about My League and so many other things. My League, even though it does not have or make you guys a lot of money because we only buy the game one time, that can keep around a lot of your fan base. Let's not forget, the biggest selling point is because whenever the homies would come over, we will be playing 2K offline, and to be able to like make a fantasy team or doing all of this stuff is cool features that would keep so many people around, and I feel like you guys are really missing the mark on that. Next up is Madden. Now Madden, we can keep this really short and brief. These dudes are egregious as hell. The only thing that Madden has changed the last like 7 years is this year whenever they added the yard. That's it. MUT literally functions the same way as My Team. It's a big finesse scam move that honestly should at least be imported into the next game. They are finessing the out of anybody playing this game. It's so bad that they used the same Super Bowl cutscene for like 9 years, bruh. It's kind of disgusting and it's kind of sad, and I think that EA Sports as a company, there is a reason why they are being put in so many action suits. People hate them in their entire company and they do it in almost all of their games. It's kind of sad and it's disappointing to actually see. I think that EA is one of the reasons why I see the government getting involved and stepping in with a lot of these companies, because let's not forget that most of these games like 2K and Madden are rated E for everyone, and you are pretty much saying that children should come and gamble on your game and not even changing the game. It's kind of a finesse. Like it's a masterful finesse. As somebody who has been involved in the sports world a little bit, all you guys tweeting at the NFL and the NBA, keep doing it. Keep doing it. However, do not expect anything to actually change. If you have done any sports internship, you know these dudes are all about their money in the first place. As long as that check keeps clearing, and 2K made like $1 billion last year, and Madden made about $1 billion too. And literally Madden 21, it shows that their revenue are passing all of their forecast and everything. As long as that check keeps clearing, the NFL and the NBA will continue to do exclusive deals, continue to not care about their product. These franchises do not care about video games. But anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I think that the sports gaming world is kind of sad because I love sports so much, and they know that, which is why they squeeze it and they rob us every single year because we have no other choices. And I feel like no one plays 2K or Madden because they like 2K or Madden. It's because they like basketball and they like football, which is why if there is any alternative, people will choose it. And that's why I'm saying get the money. However, the people running these companies, you know, their actual chief executive officers, those guys don't care because they know that they have to keep shareholders happy right now. These guys are not thinking 10 years into the future because they more than likely will not be there in 10 years. They are thinking about right now and just how they can improve, exceed every projection they have. That is their goal, and ultimately this will lead to them failing. You can't tell me if you are playing Madden, if let's say Activision gets a football license, they can start to, you know, use teams that are very, very similar to the NFL that you guys will not play it. There is a reason why games like Among Us and Fortnite are doing. Fortnite was so hot like 2 years ago. People are still playing that at a stupid rate because they optimize their game. It's not all our money. They still sell you skins, but they have optimized their game continually to make it better and better and better, which is why there's not a Fortnite 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 coming out every few months. Whenever they need to make a drastic update, they will release a brand new game. But until then, why? Like, if we are not going to do anything other than give you a roster update, we can get you guys' money immediately. But you guys would not like us and keep calling us out to where whenever the next hot game comes out, you guys will just run and play that. And that's what sports games have not thought about. They are all pretty much in their own monopoly. I'm telling you, eventually there will come a day where all of these exclusive rights are gone. That is legitimately all that they are relying on. When in a few years, the NBA or the NFL can just pull this license and give it to somebody else who's willing to like pay them more money, and then you guys will just be out of business. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching this video. Let me know y'all's thoughts and y'all's opinions on this subject. I ranted for 20 minutes, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. This was a little bit different than the content that I normally do on this channel, but if you guys want to see more videos like this, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out, guys. Peace. And also, stop gassing up 2K's graphics. The graphics looked better on 2K14, and then they just went completely downhill. This screenshot is not that much better. They just changed the lighting on it. I had to make this post edit because I was seeing you guys gassing up this screenshot of Kobe Bryant. It's not that big of a deal. We've literally seen people in their basements make better cyber faces of Kobe Bryant.